Due to changes to the tax laws in the US, all Camp America participants will have US taxes deducted from their pocket money and will be required to file a US federal income tax return and, in certain cases, a state income tax return to satisfy their US income tax liability. Important note, as Camp America is not a licensed US tax advisor, we cannot give any official advice or guidance for the completion of any US tax form. But this video should provide you with enough relevant information so that you're prepared in regards to tax before you head to the US. Before camp. Many camps, as part of their intro pack, may send you a W-4 US tax form to complete. Your camp must send this form to the US Tax Department so that the proper amount of taxes can be withheld from your wages. As stated, Camp America cannot help you with the completion of any tax form, and you will need to discuss with your camp if you can complete this form when you arrive. If you do not receive a W-4 form from your camp, please query with them if this is something they will do when you arrive. While in the USA. When you arrive in the USA, your camp should take you to the local US Social Security office for you to apply for a US Social Security number. For tax purposes, all participants must be issued with a US Social Security number. This is an extremely important number and you must keep it safe during and after camp, as without it you will be unable to complete your US tax obligations when you return home. When you are paid your pocket money, you should receive a pay slip that will detail your pay and the amount in taxes that were deducted. Please keep these slips safe, as they may be needed when you complete the necessary US tax forms after camp. It is very important that you do not leave camp without ensuring you and the camp have met your US tax obligations. When in doubt, please contact Camp America. We will send you an email reminder during the summer about your US tax obligations, so keep an eye out for this. Once you return home, please ensure that you safeguard your Social Security number, pay slips and DS 2019 visa form, as all of these will be needed to complete your US tax obligation. At the end of the US tax year in December, your camp will send you a W-2 tax form. This form is sent out by the camp and you should receive it by the end of January or early February. This form will detail what you earned and the amount of taxes, federal and/or state, that have been deducted from your salary. This is an extremely important form, and if you do not receive it by early February, please contact your camp right away. Camp America do not produce these forms or hold copies, so you need to speak with your camp if you do not get one. Once you have received your W-2 form, please keep it safe. Completion of your US tax obligation, the US tax return. Between January and April after camp, all participants must complete a US tax return to ensure that the amount of tax that the camp deducted from your salary was correct. If after completing the tax return form you pay too much in tax, a refund will be sent to you by the US Tax Department. Or pay too little in tax, then you will be liable for the shortfall and will need to pay this to the US Tax Department. Please note, the average tax rate is around 10% of your total salary, but this can be higher if you had a camp placement in California. Camp America will contact you in January or February to inform you of the need for you to file a US tax return and how to go about doing so. Please note that the deadline for filing the US tax return form is April the 15th. As a participant on the program, it is your responsibility to ensure that you have met all of your US tax obligations, and to do this you must ensure that you complete all necessary tax forms, be issued with a Social Security number and receive a W-2 form. Failure to obtain these items will make it difficult to complete your US tax obligation and could lead to financial penalties from the US government, as well as US visa refusal in the future. Camp America is here to help wherever we can, so if you have a question concerning your US tax obligation, please do not hesitate to contact us.